What's up everybody? You might have heard me say in previous videos and on my podcast and stuff that I'm not really much of a winter hiker, and I have a lot of reasons for not really liking winter hiking. I will say one of the big ones is because I just didn't have the right winter gear to safely bring myself out there when the temperatures were so low and the conditions were so harsh. And I hate to say this, but unfortunately, well, actually, it's fortunately, I don't really have that excuse anymore because this video is sponsored by backcountry.com, and let me tell you, they freaking hooked it up. Thanks to backcountry.com, I now have like a bunch of really awesome new winter hiking gear. They even hooked Flossie up with some gear as well, so I'm gonna go through all of the gear they got me right now. I'm gonna go through why I chose it, and then I'm gonna bring you guys out on the trail as Flossie and I basically jumped headfirst into winter hiking and just went like full speed ahead, decided to hike Mount Mansfield, which is the highest peak here in Vermont. So let me show you this first piece of gear. It's these right here, a big old pair of winter hiking boots. Obviously you need like some good, warm, protective boots when you're hiking in the winter. As much as I hate hiking in boots, they're obviously necessary when the conditions are harsh. These right here are the Vasque Snowburban 2 UltraDry winter hiking boots. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't really wanna phrase this as like a thoroughly tested gear review because as of right now I've only used these one time. I didn't really have like a really definitive reason for choosing these. Fortunately, backcountry.com has like a huge selection on their website, and so the reason I went with these ones is just because I read some good gear reviews online and it seemed to be a favorite of people lately. And again, I only used them once, but I will say my feet were toasty the entire time I was hiking in these. And one thing I was kind of surprised about, I'm so used to hiking in trail runners, so I was a little bit worried that like a brand new pair of boots that my feet just aren't used to would like kind of mess up my feet. They didn't at all. My feet felt great the entire time, and like I said, they were super warm. The next piece of gear I'm going to talk about are these freaking badass mittens right here. These are the Black Diamond Mercury mittens. I brought them with me on the hike, but we stayed warm enough while we were hiking that I actually didn't end up needing to put these on. But if I had needed to, if my hands got really cold, which has happened to me on some of the winter hikes I did a long time ago, these would have been super clutch. I thought that maybe going with an actual mitten would keep my fingers a little bit warmer because like the fingers would be together instead of separated. And they actually have a removable liner, so you can basically take like the insulated fluffy part out and just be left with the shell, which I think is really cool. And I wasn't really sure about these ones initially because I thought that maybe they were more designed for skiing and like snowboarding, but this is where the awesomeness of backcountry.com comes in. Their customer support is so good, and they have these things called gearheads, which I'm sure many of you are familiar with if you've ever been to backcountry.com's website before. It's basically just like a live customer support chat feature, and like I'm sure you've seen these on other websites, and you know, maybe you get like an automated bot or something and it turns out just to be a huge waste of time. It's not actually that helpful. That is not the case with backcountry.com at all. In fact, when you're chatting with one of the gearheads on backcountry.com, you're actually chatting with a real person. And not only a real person, you're chatting with a real person who has experience with the gear items you're talking about and doing the activities that you're buying gear, you know, to use while you do it. And so when I was trying to decide which mittens I was gonna get, I kind of liked these ones, but I wasn't sure if they were really like gonna work for hiking. So I popped open the chat window with the gearhead. You're always gonna see it on the website. It's super easy to find, super easy to use. And I just started chatting with one of them, and I just asked like, hey, can I use these mittens for hiking, or are they like strictly for skiing and snowboarding? Fortunately, the gearhead reassured me that these mittens will work just as well for hiking as they will for snowboarding and for skiing. Not only that, but they actually went like way above and beyond and recommended a bunch of other options that I could kind of look over to make sure that these were gonna be the right choice for me. So be sure to go to backcountry.com while you're shopping for some last minute Christmas gifts and all that good stuff. And when you do, be sure to use my code KYLE15 when you check out. That'll give you 15% off your first purchase. And of course, I'll also have links to all the gear items I talk about right now in the description of this video. Check out this next gear item. Ready? These guys right here, I always struggle with this word, Catula micro spikes. You've definitely seen these before if you hike during the winter, and it shouldn't come as any shock to you that these things are freaking awesome. When I stopped to put on my spikes, it was like night and day. Instantly, I felt way more safe, way more secure while I was hiking on the ice and the snow. These things will literally save your ass and like keep you safe while you're up there, so definitely check out the micro spikes. So I'm not gonna lie, this next gear item literally stole the show for me, and that would be these glove liners right here. These are the the Seirus Heatwave glove liners. Now I figured I wouldn't be wearing the heavy black diamond mittens the entire time. If I was moving, my hands would be, you know, a little bit warmer, so I don't need the big mittens. So I also wanted to get a pair of glove liners. I basically threw these in my cart right before I kind of finished choosing what gear I was gonna get because they were like 12 bucks and I was like, all right, you know, whatever, I'll just throw these in last minute. I didn't really think much about them. I figured like a $12 pair of gloves, probably not gonna be that good. Completely wrong. They kept my hands way warmer than I thought, just like a thin pair of glove liners were gonna do. They resisted water pretty well too. I'm not gonna say they're waterproof, but like my hands never really got like completely soaked. And the last piece of gear, another pair of boots. So these are Flossie's boots. These are the Salomon Toundra CS waterproof winter hiking boots. Rather than get like the same pair of boots for both of us, we kind of wanted to just switch it up a little bit and show off some of the different items that backcountry.com has. And much like the other boots, I didn't really have like a super solid reason for choosing those. I do know that Flossie really liked the way they look. I mean, these are some pretty stylish boots, let's be honest. And my boy Syntax77, who many of you know, recommended these as like one of his favorite winter hiking boots. And that was pretty much all it took for us to be convinced that these would be a good boot to try out. But I'm not the one that hiked in these. Flossie did, obviously. So let's go get his thoughts on them.
Yeah, I'm just goofing. New boot goofing. So it's my first pair of winter hiking boots. Right out the box, I noticed they're very light. You can see nice and fuzzy on the inside. Kept my foot warm the entire time. Backcountry also hooked it up with the darn Tufts. Oh yeah.
All right, that's all the gear. Thank you again, backcountry.com, for sponsoring this video. Let's go hike Mount Mansfield.
Yo, yo, about to do Mansfield, baby.
All right, here we are at the entrance to Underhill State Park, about to head up towards the Sunset Ridge Trail. Right now it is December, what's the date?
December 5th.
December 5th, and it's definitely way colder than we normally hike in. What do you think about all the fog? Real foggy out today.
Yeah, very fog, about 100% chance of fog. You can see it's really foggy.
I never needed you. Cause I've got nothing left to lose but my comparison to you. And as the season shows you.
I don't know much about winter hiking, but I do know, or I've been told at least, you try to sweat as little as possible. And as a result, that is what I'm trying to do. It's hard, however, because I am what they refer to as a very sweaty person. Stupid. And so I can definitely feel it. I took the hat off, rolled the sleeves up. Flossie's shedding the layers as well. Look at this man.
Already.
Look at you, he's matching. He's got like the whole black and gray thing going on there.
That's right.
I dig it.
Gotta look good on the mountain.
Always. Even his pack matches. Look at that. That's fucking awesome.
Cause I've got nothing left to lose but my comparison to you. And as the season shows you remain the same. I swear I'll never follow you. And this conversation and constant repetition is something.
As you can tell, we're getting pretty high up and it's so damn cloudy. Normally, this is the Sunset Ridge Trail and you can see just like, I mean, you can probably tell how good the view would be, but not right now. I think it's almost time to put on the micro spikes here. Spikes are coming on. It's that time. A little bit foggy up here, eh?
Yeah.
We are getting close to the top. I don't know exactly how far because we can't see a goddamn thing right now, but it's very cold and icy, as you probably can tell. I mean, look at that. This is sick. This is very sick. I hate to say it, but I'm actually having fun while I'm hiking in the winter, so we are very close to being the highest people in the state of Vermont. Whew, time to break out the puffy. Dope. Lens is so fogged up. Top of Mount Mansfield, highest point in Vermont. Let's go.
Let's get it.
My lens is all fogged up now. Well, that's too bad. Turns out I need to find a new camera system because clearly this is not working. Sorry, I'll do better on my next winter hike. I'll try. Whoa. Careful. Well, I know you can't see me for shit right now, but we hit the summit of Mount Mansfield. Woo! and we didn't really stay very long. We didn't really film very much, but we did it. Felt good. First winter hike in a long time for me, and really Flossie's first ever, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And we ripped to the top of the state, so that's pretty cool. Well, we made it back. This was super fun. I hate to say it because I always say like I hate winter hiking and shit, but it was super fun. I think we're definitely gonna do it again soon. So if you liked this video, be sure to like this video because that will show me that you like this video and I will make more videos for you to like.
First winter hike.
How did the boots feel?
Oh, they felt great. No blisters.
Yeah.
My feet are not as sore as I thought they would be, and they keep you plenty warm.
Thank you so much to Backcountry. Be sure to click the links in the description and go check out some of the gear.
Thank you, Backcountry.
We love you.